Live and Sam ain't back.
Yeah, the man. He look, man. Forget that nigga, man. That nigga tripping, man. Nigga tripping.
I gotta remember how to put. Okay, that's there. I thought I did the ticker already. Oh, you gotta change. You change the ticker each time, right?
Yeah, yeah. I usually do. I change it per subject. You like usually I have that stuff preloaded. That's what I'm saying, man. That hosting, man. I be on that thing either sometimes earlier in the day or an hour ahead of time. At least loading all that stuff up.
It's all good. I'll do it next time.
But
Oh,
so
that's the
so
best thing. All right, so this is episode 70, y'all.
70. Yeah, 69 was
70.
last week, and that's funny that 69 was last week because that's freaky. How the first Diddy episode gonna be episode 69?
Right.
God damn. God damn.
Terrible. Just terrible. So this is episode 70. First up, we have everybody's been talking about it, trying to see if Jaguar Wright is right. But Beyonce and Jay-Z shut all that down. And then Tevin Campbell, of course, is coming for her.
Yeah, I
So
heard that too.
is Jaguar right?
So okay, I want to know, like, man, I don't know, man. Is she? So is she? Do I? Okay, here's how I think about her. I think that definitely she says some things. Like she says a lot of shit, right? So I think some of the shit she say is on point. Like she probably is, she knows some stuff that she knows either directly or indirectly. But
Oh, I
I
have the
also
video. Hold on,
think
hold on. I have the video of what you call them's
apology.
thingy me. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
pull it up.
yeah, yeah. I mean that white boy apologize.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
Moment,
And
they were not present to
hold on. Let me refresh.
made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious...
So is Jaguar right?
Uh,
You know,
so I, my first thought on that and is this. So I do think she knows some stuff, but what I also think is I think she mixes in some conjecture, some rumor, stuff that she don't really know, and she plugs that in with the stuff that she do know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think, when we hear something and it's confirmed about one person or one entity, that since she was right on that, or since that seems to be validated, when she says anything, we want to validate it. You know what I'm saying? So like
Mm-hmm.
it's like she give you some ice cream, but she give you a couple of spoons of shit in it too. And she mix it up real good, and the wrong motherfucker don't know what it. Nigga, I know boo boo. I know boo boo versus
Wow.
chocolate ice cream. At least I hope I do. So that's kind of what I be thinking. Like, I'm not saying Jay Z and Beyonce ain't guilty of something. I don't know, but I do think. And then what if it's just the fact that because the platform was so big, they want to shut it down? Like she been on the blue couch. She been saying this shit about them for a minute now. Why when it get to peers is it because that platform is that big? Because other people have heard the same things. You know what I'm saying? Like why that
Yeah.
platform? Why that? I don't know.
I know
What's up?
because Pierce platform is a much bigger platform than nigga on YouTube
Right.
and Instagram. So you got a certain crowd that follows these channels on YouTube and Instagram. And them
Mm-hmm.
niggas ain't important enough to make none shake. They just people that's being entertained by these YouTubers that they follow, and they just click and like and subscribe. But
Right.
when you got an audience that Piers Morgan sits in front of, them some people whose opinions matter and can definitely
Yeah.
brand. So when people say, well, they didn't go after the platforms on YouTube and Instagram, who cares about them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just people writing comments. They just type it in comments. Everyday niggas. But the people who watches Piers Morgan and he has a what?
It's an international following.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I'm about to say global, but same thing. So when you get to that level, that's when it goes from rumors to slander.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. You're right.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I didn't think about it like that. I wasn't thinking like because, but you're right though. Sitting on that blue couch and entertaining people is one thing. Piers Morgan is really supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be part of the informing people.
News.
Yeah. Entertaining versus informing. I think
Right.
yeah, and what Sam just said. That's when it becomes slander. Like, oh, okay, so y'all want to take it to this level?
For me, I honestly think most of what she say isn't true, and I'm gonna tell you why. She got blackballed in the industry a long time ago. She didn't start popping up till what, maybe 5, 6 years ago, running her mouth. And it was probably when Jill got one of her more leading roles. We all know the beef between her and Jill been going on for a very long time. When Jill started really, really popping in the acting world, that's when Jaguar started running her mouth again. Then now, of course, everybody else, she runs her mouth about Jill. Now it's, oh wait, I got a lot of shine from that. Let me run my mouth about some more stuff.
Somebody, yeah.
Now, mind you, I think she was in the room for a lot of things, but at the same time, I think she also got blacklisted. So a lot of the stuff she's talking about, I think is like second level information, a second person. I don't think she was necessarily there so much as somebody who was there told her. That's what I think.
Mm. That's what I think too.
And
You
then
see,
she
like
adding more on top of it,
she
like, and
put
it's
some
just
sauce
like,
on it. Yeah,
right.
she sprinkled a little sauce on it. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, with doing that, yes, sometimes something's gonna shake out. Like if you heard this person was this and that, some, but and when the stuff shakes out, the crowd, the mob validates it, and so she gets bolder and bolder and bolder. But
Right.
now hold on. I got a question for you, Sheffy, on that. Remember what you said a while back? When who was it? When old girl sued Tasha K.
Mm-hmm.
And you was like,
Cardi.
people gonna start. Jaguar Wright don't have nothing for nobody to sue. You know what I'm
That's
saying? A
why
lot of
ain't
people be,
nobody sued her
yeah,
yet.
a lot of people be saying that she can run her mouth like that because she don't
She
got
ain't
nothing nobody
got
want.
nothing. But Tevin Campbell done told her like, hey, shawty. Hey, shawty. So who knows? Tevin gonna come get it. He sound like he ready.
And you know what? I also look at it like this. Even if a person was a victim, the way that she says shit, like, no, bro, like she says it's so fucked up. Everybody was
Mm-hmm.
fucking him.
She's
And I'm like,
sensationalizing it.
yeah, I'm like, yo, you
It's
can't.
crazy.
It's hard. It's first of all, it's very so, when a man is victimized, there's so much that comes with that. The same thing that goes with women too. No, I'm not saying one to, but with the gay part of it, the men wonder when men are victimized. They also about how men wonder. They question their sexuality because why would somebody do that to me? They must have already thought I was, and then
Mm-hmm.
therefore am I? And so with Tevin Campbell, whether he is or not or whatever, it does have that stuff swirling. That man's probably sitting there like, yo, like the way you throwing it out there, even if it was true, you say it so like
Right.
harsh. Like she says it harsh, man. I'm like, yo, you talking about this like the nigga just
Mm-hmm.
did a porno or something. Yeah, everybody was fucking him. I'm like, yo, yeah. So I
It's
don't know, man.
crazy. So there's an interview coming up of her and Orlando Brown.
Yeah, yeah, I seen him. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sit through
Man,
that because it's
I'm not.
hard to sit through Orlando Brown's shenanigans.
And I
He
think his stuff be legit.
I
Remember he
think he
told
has a
y'all
lot of
Diddy had
legit.
that Ushgashi Muwash?
Yeah, yeah. Well, hold on. Was that Diddy that he said that? Was that
That was
Diddy?
Diddy, yes.
Yeah.
He
So
said
I
Diddy
mean,
got that Oshkosh Muwash.
that Muwash. Yeah,
Yeah, he was excited about that thing.
What
man. These
they got to be on together?
yeah,
Yeah.
they gonna be on that blue couch.
And
On
her son out here on podcast too talking.
Who?
Her son
Jeremy
sounded just as
Grant?
batshit crazy as she is.
okay. So if you were to put a percentage on how much you think she's on point, what percentage would you give it out of all the shit that come out of her mouth? What percent would you say is probably valid?
About 30. I give her 30.
That's fair. That's fair as hell. I thought the same thing. I said I'm not gonna give her 50 because that's
Mm-mm.
good. That's a good thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say about 32. I felt the same way. I'm like, yeah, 30, 25%, something like that.
I give him about 5.
God damn. Well, hold on. With the Diddy stuff alone, she was talking about that. She's talked about a lot of rappers. She's
Everybody
talked
done
about,
talked about Diddy though.
but
Right.
No one person gets credit for that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's been common knowledge since the 90s.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Everybody knew how Diddy got down. I figured it out when with Jodeci. And I was like a teenager. And I'm like, that dude's weird.
Man, I didn't pay enough attention to him to care, but it was when making the band came around and
That
seeing
made
how
it
he was,
worse.
yeah, seeing how he was acting, that made me be like, bro, nobody acts like that's like a normal person. Like he is
Mm-mm.
way more like he's the archetype of that dark, evil, sadistic CEO that everybody, and he's portrayed that role in movies and in
Mm-hmm.
comedy sketches and shit. And so now it's looking like, damn, like bro, he played in people's faces too. That's the part of this that is amazing to me. See, everybody wants to talk about who gets away with what, and everybody else needs. Nobody was playing in the face of the public more than this dude. Like this dude been boldly in front. Like he wasn't in the shadows doing shit. He was doing it in our faces. So I think that's also why he's getting taken down at this point. Because it's like people are probably like, dude, you pretty damn bold to be doing all this stuff in our face. You can't even be low key with your shit. You bold.
And since we're on to him, we'll just go ahead and talk about him next.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Uh-oh. What do you think will happen to the Diddler?
Lock the nigga up in Arkham Asylum.
For real though. I mean, he did dress up like Joker for Halloween. Was it last year?
That was about what, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's going. Again, I don't think nobody's gonna get Tim in prison. I think that I was watching something the other day, and there was another guy who is reported on some stuff and does some investigation into politicians, and he does
Mm.
that more than anything else. And Diddy's on his radar. And what he was saying was similar to the point that I was making. Like it's so bad that the public now is interested because we're tired of kids, we're tired of victims. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, and what he was saying, the thing he was saying, he was talking about the Me Too movement. He said the Me Too movement failed because once you had a few big names, they stopped. And he was like, and in other movements, they fail because when you get the big names, we stop caring. He said with the Diddy thing, they have to press it, and then when he brings people down, when the other people come down with it, so he has to go through the process in order for us to get the other names to really take it down. So I think that's why the process is going to be allowed to go through, and he's going to survive it because they want to get everybody else.
Yeah, but at the
With
same
the
time,
exception of the corporations. I mean, I know we talked about the corporations last time. Like, I'm pretty sure
right?
some people will be spared. That's who would be spared. Like Johnson
That's
and Johnson is going to be spared. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Not saying they did
fair,
it. Don't come get me,
but
Johnson and Johnson.
fair. However, this will dismantle hip hop.
Oh, absolutely. Well, hip hop. So look, perfect timing, right?
Yeah, it
Because
needs.
with streaming and the independent movement, the way people can move into it, this is the perfect time to just get rid of all the big major influencers that have been taking advantage. Because now the artist, as long as you can get your art out, it just matters whether or not people want it. We no longer need people
And that's
to,
fine. I'm not talking about that part because that's the future of hip hop.
yeah.
The history of hip hop will be
Yeah,
completely dismantled.
it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be
And
bad.
it's going to be
When
very, very bad. And it's not
yeah,
just hip hop. You got to think how this affects R&B because Mary J. Blige has been accused.
yep.
Faith Evans has been accused.
Yeah,
You got
it's like the
112,
it's like the
all of that.
steroids era. It's like the steroids era. That's how they gonna look at it. When
Hmm.
baseball steroids era, everybody has now looked at baseball a certain way from that time up until now.
And baseball got boring as all get out after that,
Yeah,
too.
and it took it's taken a long time for baseball to get
To
back to
recover.
something that, yeah. So
It's
yeah,
taken at least 15 years.
the history of hip hop is gonna definitely suffer.
Real. And I think it's going to be significant
Cause think about
enough.
the names. The name. Think about the name Busta Rhymes. Like that name was dropped. Just think, Busta. He
Leonardo
goes,
DiCaprio was dropped.
yeah, man. Look,
Ashton
listen,
Kutcher.
yeah,
They
yeah.
coming for everybody. Like,
Now
it's a
they said
whole lot about to go really weird. It
when
ain't
they
even just music.
it's gonna be bad. When they talked about when Busta's name was dropped, I really thought about it and I said, wait a minute, we're talking about leaders of the new school. So you got to go back to his original group. So then you think about the artists that are in his generation. It goes back to Jay-Z. It
Q-Tip.
goes back to LL. It goes cute like the people that now let's remember, let's be fair. A lot of artists back then separated themselves. A lot of people talk about like how African Bambaataa and that pedophile stuff that came out years and years ago ruined
Mhm.
a lot of relationships back then. And so there was there was an underground fracturing of hip hop back then. Like a
Right.
lot of people talk about that's why the unification stopped because people wanted to remove themselves from that. So I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure there's going to be a lot of those old heads that aren't going to fall. But I think some of them are. I
Right.
think
Like,
there's going to
I
be a
don't
couple.
think I pray KRS-One is not one.
Yeah, like
Oh
not
my
that.
God.
Yeah, like not that. But like
Nas and
Buster.
none of them, I don't
Yeah,
think
like
will be on the list either.
but a name like Buster. Oh man, I
Because
listen.
leaders of the new school and tribe was
It's like, but then we're gonna understand why did all these breakups actually happen? All these hip hop groups
there you
that broke
go.
up back then. Are we gonna really learn why they broke up?
But wait a minute, you got the producers too.
Oh
Violator.
man, yeah, man.
You got you.
It's going. This is gonna be real musty.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad. Like,
Do you think the size of it is going to actually serve as a shield? Um, and shield might be the Wrong word. Yeah, let me say buffer. Because you have all these other um, entities of entertainment that's mixed up in this soup of debauchery.
Yeah.
So once you start naming Hollywood stars, is the attention gonna go from hip hop to entertainment as a whole? So
Yes, because
okay,
entertainment as a whole is who perpetuates it.
right. So when it does that, I think that because the spotlight is gonna be shifted, hip hop is gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna be whoever is out in that world, it's just gonna be lumped under the entertainment umbrella.
Yep. All right.
I think our generation's hip hop will be most affected. New generation hip hop, they I don't think they're gonna care as much.
I don't care about them niggas.
Because these new children, they sexually fluid anyway, so
Yeah,
they don't care.
they
They gay.
volunteer.
They gay anyway. They volunteer. They gay.
The
Yeah.
girls and the girls, the girls and the guys and the guys, all of it. They don't care. And it's like, you know what? Live y'all truth. I'm with it. But for me, it's more along the lines of, some people you really respected in the industry.
Yeah.
And it's not, and for me, it's not a sense of, oh, just finding out they're gay. Like if I just found out Busta Rhymes was gay, be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. That is what
But
it
you
is.
out here touching little boys,
Yeah, man. If
that's
there's
a little different.
any victimization, I'm writing anybody off I'm a fan of if they was victimizing people.
Yeah, like
Anybody.
I don't listen to Mystical anymore, and I love
Yeah, yeah.
Mystical. But after that
I'm telling
second
you.
rape charge, it's like, okay, the first time I thought you might have, it might, I mean, it wasn't justified. The first time I thought, well, maybe they embellished, but it's you called a second rape charge, sir. I'm good.
Yeah, bro, you out of here. Yeah. Yep.
I'm good. I haven't listened to a R. Kelly song in at least 10 years.
Yep. Same here. Same here.
You
I just
know,
it's not hard for me. It's not hard for me to remove um somebody from my catalog. I've already got the memories and listened to it anyway, so I don't got to do it going forward.
right?
Um, so it doesn't hurt, but I do think, man, the one thing I've always felt good about though is I've never cared enough about any of these mofos to actually get my feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because with the exception of who can I think of? I I think Killer Mike is like one of the few that I've said, hey, I'd like to shake his hand, meet him because of what he does as an
Hmm.
activist. I can't think of so it's very few that I even care to know or see if they are the real deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um,
Andre is the only one on my list, and I met him at the Walmart off Windy Hill buying a
yeah,
microwave for his little cousin.
yeah,
And
like so
he's
I'm
just
like,
as genuine as you would think he is. He was just a really cool dude. Like I didn't run up on him like, oh my god. I was like he bumped into me. He's like, oh hey, how you doing? Oh hey, you have a
yeah,
good
man,
day, and went on about my business. It was just we
yeah.
just rapped real quick, and that was it.
Mike the
There,
same.
there, but with Andre, there's something that says, and this might be a rumor, and it's not on him. Somebody somewhere was saying, I saw a video that the reason he got away from hip hop was because he found out what was going on.
Yeah,
Like he he
but he
he
he raps
learned.
about it.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
raps
yeah.
about it in on a ATLiens album. If you listen to some of the lyrics he's talking about,
Yep.
he's talking about a lot of the different things. And I hip you to another thing somebody was telling me about the song The Art of Storytelling Part 2. Baby, did you hear that? Because baby, I heard it too. Look out the window, golly, the sky's electric blue. Mother
Hmm.
Earth dying and crying because of you. And when you listen to that song, you think about Mother Earth, right?
Hmm.
Somebody I was talking, they was like, he's talking about Atlanta. He's talking about how Atlanta had changed
Yeah.
and he didn't think it was gonna go back to where it was. And it hasn't.
You know what? There's a lot of artists that have done that. I remember Joe Budden had a song. and it said it was called "If This Is Love, I'm Good." And this is before he retired. This was years before he walked away from hip hop, and he
Mhm.
had this song, and he was talking about the artists, the parties, the industry, everything, and he kept going
Mhm.
back saying, "If this is love, I'm good." Like because he was talking about falling out of love with hip hop based on all the shit. And again, when you
Mhm.
hear this stuff, you be wondering how deep it goes, you know. And they don't name names necessarily. You know, they're artists. They use a lot of analogies. They use a lot of metaphors. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They play with some words, and it sounds good, so it kind of goes in one ear and out the other. But it goes back to they showed at one of Cat Williams's one of his stand-ups. Andre 3000 was in the audience, and Cat looked at Andre, and Andre looked back at him, and they had this eye contact moment, like, nigga, you know what I'm saying is real. And Andre was just laughing, like, man, you
Yeah.
it's that look that brothers share when it's like, boy, you talking that shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, but he laughed it off. Did
You
y'all
got to
hear that? Didn't
remember when at the begin when ATLians dropped, him and Big Boy were touring in separate buses.
Yeah.
mm,
And he talks about it. He was like, you know, Big Boy was still on that drinking, partying. You know, I'm in my new righteous space kind of thing. They would travel tours on separate buses because he
yeah,
was like, nah, I'm good on all of that. I'm
yeah.
good.
Yeah, did y'all hear that Denzel? They say Denzel was at a Diddy party, and they said Denzel he came to the regular party, not the after party, and they said Denzel got up and left. They said Denzel got up and called him out and said something to the effect of, "You don't have no respect for anybody." And they said Denzel grabbed his wife's hand said some old choice words to Diddy, and he left the party with his wife. And he's like, "Don't ever invite me to anything like this again." You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mhm.
and they said you never heard nothing about it because Denzel, as a star in his own right, has so much cachet that that's not somebody who Diddy would go up against. And a lot
Right.
of victims, what's coming out is they talk about the different people that Diddy messes with. He always does this to people that are in need. When you don't need him, you can't. He can't victimize you. Now, of course, if you're also a debaucherous motherfucker, you gonna get down with the get down. You know what I'm saying? But he can't victimize those people. Those people might also get in on victimization, but he can't victimize them because they on a similar level. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's somebody like Denzel. It's like, bro, I'm a made man through and through the right way. Nothing you can do or say is gonna steer me, so I'm not worried about it. So I'll stand up to you. Um,
Did
and
you
we need
hear
we
the number on that hotline? The final number or the most recent number?
no.
12,000.
Wow. Wow, wow,
12,000
wow.
people have come. 12,000 calls.
That's crazy.
That's bananas. But we're talking 30 years. He's
We're
touched
talking, yeah,
12,000 people in 30 years.
we're talking 30 years, and of those 12,000, I'm pretty sure it's not like 12,000 individual victims. There's a mom, there's a dad, there's an uncle, there's a cousin, there's a sister, there's a brother, somebody that their loved one came home one night after a party and talked to them, and
Yeah.
one of those 12,000 is probably people calling in saying, "Hey, y'all need to reach out to this person because they came home one night from one of
Mhm.
them parties, and this is what they told me." You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure
Right.
it's that
But in
12,000
30 years, he's touched 12,000 people.
easily,
Absolutely.
easily, easily, easily,
Because you talking about
easily.
these parties was going on a couple days a week,
Yeah, yeah.
all
That
across the
Just,
country.
just to be clear, I want to throw a similar party, but I need it to be all grown folks that are all legal, that are
You mean
all willing
Casey's
participants.
dream?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Long. You know what I'm saying? Now look. The problem with Casey's dream is that there in no way, shape, or form would I ever be doing like I'm a get down with the get down, but in front of my brothers, no, I'm not doing that
Like
like that in front
one
of
of
my
your
brothers.
brothers?
Yeah, my brother. Sam is a brother, man. Brothers,
Oh,
sisters.
fair.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I'm
you
not.
gotta remember, in her dream, Sam was the one pushing all of us to do this.
Man, that listen. Listen. I personally,
I can't.
Sam is. Look, look, let me tell you, Sam's vice is violent. If the dream would have been about him getting a whole bunch of people to have a fight party, I definitely believe he'd be trying to hype people up to hit people over their head with metal chairs. Sam would be
Wow.
Vince McMahon. If Vince McMahon, he'd be Vince McMahon. That's
Ah,
him. That he not a diddler. He Vince McMahon. And,
wow.
you know what I'm saying? So that's what he would be doing. Yeah, hey man, take that nigga off top rope. Take him off top rope, man. He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
You
That's what
stupid.
he would do. He know I ain't lying. That nigga Sam is Vince McMahon. I'm gonna watch Vince McMahon story, and when I watch that story, then I'm gonna tell y'all about Sam based on that story.
Lord, that
Vince
was her
McMahon all the
dream.
way.
It might be some wishful thinking.
Yeah, boy, that's Vince
Anyway,
McMahon.
all
But
right,
yeah,
that's
so
enough on the diddler.
on the diddler, man. God
On
damn,
the
did it.
diddler. So the next one, I have a video, and let's see. I can start this one. Can I? All right. Oh no, didn't mean to do that. Let me close some stuff and start this from the beginning. So y'all familiar with Hallie, right?
Yeah,
Who is that again?
the Little Mermaid.
Hallie
Oh
Bailey.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Her. Yeah, the girl
Yeah.
that played Little
So
Mermaid. Okay.
right. So she spent all of that time pregnant, telling everybody she wasn't, and just mind your business. And we like, girl, you out here wearing maternity like couture. Ain't nobody crazy. So she has a little boy with this guy named DDG. Now I'm not too familiar with what he does. I know he got popular. I think he does music. I don't know. And then he did some other stuff. But him and her, so they have a baby, and the baby's name is Halo, and he posts Halo all the time. And people's like he's a weird dad. I mean, he's an excited dad. He is kind of weird, but he's an excited dad. But recently, him and her have broken up. So a lot of he has come under fire for basically target. People are saying he targeted a famous person to have a baby by them and lock them down. And so now he's out here like trying to clean up the whole situation, and it's not going to plan. So let's look at the video.
This the Little Mermaid.
Hold on.
I've never ever looked at Hallie and was like, oh, this the Little Mermaid. I'm gonna get with her because I want to have a baby with her and this and that. The baby stuff. Halo is just happened. It wasn't like it just happened. It ain't like I had a diabolical plan to have a baby with Hallie and get on. Never. What are you talking about? I'm attracted to Hallie. We got together. We went on a great first date. We went on a great second date. We went on a great third date. Next thing you know, I've been staying at her house for 100 days. Every single day. She come to my house the next day. We sleeping together every single night. Boyfriend, girlfriend, boom, pop, Halo come. That's just how it be. I don't know why y'all think I had this diabolical plan, bro. Like, y'all really think I'm just some goofy. Just paid off.
So
So the biggest problem with this is he has been going on rants, doing videos like this kind of often recently. So the question is, what do we do about Hallie's baby daddy, DDG?
so hold on. So I need him to stop acting like the world is stupid. Like like what he is accused of doing is so far beyond the realm of comprehension. Because women been trapping men with babies for forever. Men have been purposely getting women pregnant to sit their ass down forever. So I need this young motherfucker, unless he's just young and dumb, stop acting like it's so beyond the realm of comprehension that a person would purposely have a kid with another person to sit them down. Stop.
Mhm.
Don't play like, oh, this is something that's impossible. Now, what you see, the way you get from behind this shit is acknowledge that the reality of what it is exists. And then just simply say, hey, I wasn't on that kind of time. I really wanted a relationship with her, and this just so happened to happen. You trying to say that I would never do anything like this, and it's just so crazy. Motherfucker, there's precedence. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not crazy. Stop playing. So that to me screams like, yeah, man, you probably did see her star on the rise and say, you know what? Let me go ahead and set her down real quick. You probably did. Not because you playing like it's
Yeah.
so impossible. I think you might be just so dumb. You think we dumb, so since you think we dumb, I think you're more than likely guilty. Trying to play with us.
I don't
It,
think
it,
That's
it's
impossible.
it's
I don't,
crazy to me because he was a YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
And then he became a rapper, I guess. And then suddenly, such and such is dating DDG. Who? Like I know Holly, but who? That's literally how it was. And then when the baby came, it was like, but who is this man Hoppo? Like I still don't really know. He has a song called Famous. I don't know that I've ever heard it before, but somebody else made a post earlier that was talked about Kiki Palmer and her son's dad. And it basically, aligning men that latch on to rich women.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. I saw that. I saw that inference. I
yeah,
did
and
see
it's
that.
like,
It's a thing. Like, stop
it's a
acting like men.
thing.
Stop acting like men don't like. Man, listen. I can tell y'all. I could tell y'all stories of people I know personally that the woman has had it at a certain level, and the man has said to himself, "Shit, I'm in here now." Like we joke. Stop acting like we don't even joke about this stuff. We joke about the
Yes,
the
I'm gonna
the
ruin
big
her hot
girls
girl
and the
summer.
yeah we joke about it and then see what it is a lot of times we try to joke about it as if it's always the bigger women or the women with low self-esteem that do there are dudes that do this that will do this to women, period, especially if they know they can attract those women.
Yeah.
And if she cute and got some money and cachet, I mean, don't stop acting like men don't. Man, come on, man. He playing. Like, don't do that. That I don't like that shit. Quit playing like we dumb.
I
The
got
the
a,
Go
a
ahead.
different perspective. I wish people would start acting like Holly Bailey is a household name because she did Little Mermaid, because the movie wasn't even well received.
That's
Um,
not what she's famous for, really. That's just what she's famous for most recently.
no, I mean, I know she was singing even with her music. Her music ain't jumped off like that. You know what I'm saying? So let's start acting like Holly Bailey is Simone Biles.
Okay, that's fair.
And then on top of that, I think, and it's majority women that's accusing him of trapping her or whatever, latching on to her because they look at the situation and they assume Holly Bailey is this mega paid woman like Rihanna, which she's not even close to.
Nowhere near.
So they acting like she's this Rihanna type, um, well off financially, and this dude is just a nigga off the street and saying, "Oh, let me jump on this train and try to boost my career," when he already had an established somewhat. I mean, I just know the nigga was popular on YouTube, so he already has his own fan base in whatever um, arena he's in. So I think people just look at this and they throw this narrative out that um, that they create from their imagination, uh, of them imagining if they were Halle Bailey and this is what would happen to me. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense.
It does, but I don't think that's why they latch on to Hallie. Hallie is a very sweet, she's the sweet girl that everybody wants to protect. She's soft spoken. Every time you hear her, she's kind. She's very nice. She is literally the definition of demure. From when she was on Grownish, from when you look at the videos of her as a little girl, when her and what you call it first started singing before Beyonce took them under her wing. She has always been this very, like, she exudes femininity as an adult. She is what men want when they say I want a girly girl that's sweet and kind. She exudes that, right? So and she doesn't just exude it to men, she exudes it, period. It's her personality. So even as women, we're looking at like this is somebody to be protected. So for the most part, when women even saw her dating DDG, it was like, really? I'll give you a prime example. Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. Everybody thought of Whitney as the it girl, the kind, sweet girl that everybody had to protect. So when they saw her dating Bobby, it was like, oh, Bobby had to ruin her. No, she ruined Bobby. She's the one who got Bobby on drugs.
Yeah, she was already turned up.
Right. But nobody knew that. So it's kind of the
Right.
same thing happening with Hallie. Hallie is this very like her persona is just tremendously sweet and kind. So to see her pick somebody like DDG, and it's not that he's a bad guy or anything, it's just that he's a rapper type. And nobody pictured her with that. So that, she seems like she'd probably pick a athlete, maybe a tennis player or something. Nobody like a football player or nothing, but something a little bit more I don't know, kinder, I guess. I don't know. It was just the persona came across different. So everybody's like, DDG, what? No different than Rihanna choosing ASAP Rocky. Even though looking at them now, it was a perfect fit. But back then it was like, wait, who? Why would she choose that? So that's kind of where it started with DDG. Everybody was already up in arms about why would she choose him. Then on top of that, you now have a baby with this man. To
Yeah.
make matters worse, on top of that, this man stays on TikTok posting the baby to the point where you see the baby with his mom and his auntie. He's happy. You see him with his daddy, he always got a scowl. Because DDG literally does too much with that boy. It's like he's 7 months, not two. Calm down.
Yeah.
But he's an excited dad, and I know what excited dad looks like. So it's like, okay, whatever. So
I'm
that's kind of where it came from with Hallie. It's not even the money piece. It's your like your class level is here, and this is who you dated. So that's what I think it's more about, because everybody, nobody thinks she's Rihanna level money wise. We know that, but she exuded a certain personality to the point everybody was surprised at who she chose. And now he's attached to her forever. So now people are like, oh, you probably targeted her to even get here.
man, them niggas. For one, them niggas got too much time on their hands to even blow this up as a thing. On It's like, don't y'all niggas got babies to feed? Damn, the kids over there, damn, in the corner crying and starving, and you over here making these think pieces about Holly Bailey, and you ain't never go down their timeline. They don't got nothing about Holly Bailey until this happened.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
man,
right. You're not wrong.
that means a fake outrage. She
Yeah.
dated a dude. Um, she got pregnant, had the baby. They broke up. He's still an involved daddy. What you mad for?
I'd be more mad because he keeps talking, he keeps telling personal stuff. Like, just be quiet, sir. Just go in a corner somewhere and eat your food. Be quiet. Stop trying to address everything. Like, he had one video, one girl said something about him. It was to this fact, to this idea that he targeted her, and then she was like, and he made a video and saying, "But you a whole baby mama with 2 kids, blah 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 blah," because he didn't see a man on her page. She's a divorcee with 2 kids, so he was wrong. And then now she doing a whole video, and it's like, why are you as a famous person addressing all of these people? Like, you really
How,
in your feelings. You so pressed.
how old is he?
He young.
He young. Let's see. How old is DDG? He
Is
was
he is
born in
because
1997, so he's 27.
so he young, but he old enough to not be this stupid. Like this something
Yes.
like the way he reacts is something I expect for a dude that's 21. Not he reacts like somebody that's closer to 21 than 31. So that therein lies my issue with his reactions. Um, but
Yeah,
again,
he's
but
being called a one-hit wonder and saying his career done failed because he only got the one song famous. Because yeah, that's all I see. I don't see no albums or nothing from him. Um, so yeah, at this point, sir. Because even in
yeah,
the song "Famous," he says, "Hardest thing I did was fall in love with a famous bitch." That's a lyric in the song.
He a young lame
yeah.
nigga. And like
Yeah,
like
yeah, that I'm
he
telling you,
move
he a
on.
young lame. He a young lame. You
He
know
move
what I'm
on.
saying?
You see the
That, yeah,
comment I made? I said, "You goofy for just talking too much."
yeah. You're a young lame, man. Damn, boy, you don't know
Mhm.
no better. No, you don't know no better. Nobody told him. Nobody told him how to conduct
Yeah,
himself, and he's conducting himself like nobody told how to conduct himself.
for
He a
real.
young
Like,
lame.
I need J. Cole to go talk to the boy or something. Somebody need to talk to him. Like, I need a grown man in the rap game. Like, hey, boy, hey, why you
Sit
out
down,
here
bro.
telling you and your ex business like this? Cause
That
she
nigga,
ain't
But
said nothing other than we broke up.
he doing what these young niggas do they young these days. These young niggas they grew up with the internet. They grew up with
yeah,
social media. He just
yeah,
doing what them niggas do,
yeah.
man.
That's it. He
Terrible.
doing what they do. He doing what they do.
Terrible.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
Yeah.
We gonna move on, and we're gonna talk about um the next two topics. The next three topics are about dating. So we know the dating world has changed drastically, and
Mhm.
women have a little bit more power when it comes to dating. But what this has done, of course, is created a lot of men who don't know how to navigate that. So the question is, how can men navigate modern dating? And I'll play the video that goes with this so that we can get context. Look at this fool here. He ready.
Boy, listen, hey.
Bro,
He ready. And this is like 2 minutes long, so it ain't terribly long.
All right.
Um, all right, we're gonna start over and
You know, I'm a walking red flag since I don't want kids or marriage. And I'm a walking red flag because they can't manipulate me. They can't play with me. I'm not joining the circus just to get no ring. A lot of men will try to trap you by impregnating you. That is not a compliment. You should run far, far, far away when a motherfucker tries to make that threat on your life, tries to shoot up your club. Because once they try to shoot up your club, they know they have created bondage on your life, a spell, or even a soul tie. And when you are entangled into other people's demons because you ended up sleeping with their sexual demons, they know they got you because you are vulnerable in this situation. you are going to comply. You are going to submit to their demands and their requests because you so desperately want a ring. You're going to do any and everything for that damn ring. They can't manipulate me for no ring because now we have flipped the script. It's what you gonna do for Big Mama for real. What you gonna do for Big Mama? Being so desperate for a wedding gown will lead you to only getting a hospital gown. And that's the gown they would love to see you in that state, barefoot and pregnant, because they know once you're pregnant, you have this attachment that ain't going nowhere. Oh, we family now. You gonna have to deal with me. You my baby mama. I won.
All right, what is it this time?
Every single day.
All right.
Man, so I know she's being dramatic, but she in principle of the manipulation, she's right. Because I mean, this goes back to what I was just saying about the DDG and Hallie situation. Yes, there are dudes that play that game. How are men supposed to navigate not being seen as those men? Newsflash,
That's not the question
motherfuckers.
necessarily. That's not necessarily the question.
Oh, okay. Well. So what?
If marriage and babies are taken off the table, how do men navigate modern dating?
Easy. Well, it's
The same.
the same. It's not. You can't use it as this manipulative bargaining chip anymore. That's all it is. It's never off the table. But yes, it's off the table in that you're going to use it as, well, you better get with me or you won't get this. Dumb
But
nigga.
that's how so many men
I
date,
know,
though.
and I'm gonna tell them, listen, it won't work. That don't work. That does not work in the modern world. It don't even work in foreign countries where the poor are for you passport bros, because all of them got baby daddies anyway. So it don't even work for them. That is done. Like using you won't get a baby and you won't get married if you don't get with me. You're just gonna die alone. That's not going to work.
Man, when I tell you, it's said every day in a post, y'all just gonna be old y'all gonna be old cat ladies.
That's over.
Okay.
That's not going to work. What's going to work is you got to stand on who you are as an individual, and whoever like you, whoever love you, and they decide they want to build that with you. That is it. That's how you navigate it, with your authentic presence and like who likes you. It ain't rocket science. Sam, you can go a little bit more off on that because that shit is played. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that's out of here. That's out of here. Man, I was gonna do a separate video, but I decided not to. I just lost interest in it. But I made a comment on an Instagram post, and I said, what I said? It wasn't even in defense of women and their choices. It was just, damn, I forgot what I said. Something about marriage and children and whatever. Basically, I was just saying it ain't that big of a deal. So niggas flooding the comments. Niggas, like they was attacking me like
they mad because they actually have to like have a personality now.
And I realized why. Because that was their weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So when that's off the table and a woman said, like, look, I'm fine not being married, I'm fine not having kids. They don't have anything to threaten them with no more. They don't have a weapon anymore.
Because everybody's slanging D, so you saying I got 9 inches or something, baby, don't nobody care.
So at this point, I'm pretty much just gonna be parroting what Moel just said, man. Like now you have to show up genuinely. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So, which I'm glad, because now these niggas are forced to be real. You know what I'm saying? So the games Not on all of them, because there's still some idiots out here, some retarded women that still gonna get played.
Yeah, the ones that's marrying dudes that's locked up.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Love got to lock up, man. We got to do. We got to do.
We do got to do one of them shows, boy. Goddamn.
Oh my God.
But
I don't know.
for the ones who made peace with the idea of, if I do, cool. If I don't, cool.
Cool. Yep.
Mhm.
You gotta be able to play them. Because the ones who desire it the most are the ones who are more willing to go through the BS with the
Yeah.
promise of
Yeah.
getting what they desire.
They want it too bad. They want it
Yeah,
too bad.
yeah.
I always ask the question: do you want to be married or just want to be
You said what?
the same things?
Say it again?
Do you want to be married or do you want to be a wife?
Two
Yeah,
different things.
Because
Two
those
totally
aren't the
different
same
things.
things.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't think a lot of women think about that. They're so into, oh well, I wanna, one of my goals is to be married. Okay, so what is your ability to submit to your husband? And it's not in the same submission realm of just do what your husband say do, so much as it's what are you willing to give up to be a wife? Because your husband has to give up something to be a husband.
Absolutely.
And I don't think people think about that the submission in a marriage is symbiotic. The husband submits just as much as the woman does. It's just in different things.
Yep.
So you have all of these people, I aspire to be married. Okay, that's great. But do you aspire to be a spouse? Because
Hold on.
that's different.
Hold on. I wanna tap into exactly what you just said, Chef. Me and Sam had this conversation a while back. And me and my wife, we had this conversation and I had to explain it to her. When a man is, when you know you finna be a husband, is it exciting? Yes. But there's also this thing that comes with it, and you like, damn, here you go. You know what I'm saying? And it's not dread, it's the thought that now you are responsible for the protection and provision of others,
Yep.
and their care and well-being is a priority. Because as a bachelor, the only fucking priority was me. Whenever I wanted to eat, whatever time I wanted to sleep, wherever I wanted to go, any corners I wanted to cut, I was the only priority. The
Right.
moment you become husband, that's the submission. You submitting to the idea or to the reality. It's not an idea. You're submitting to the reality that you are no longer the priority. You're still a priority, but what should happen is you should become the priority for your wife, and your wife and family should become the priority to you. And it's a mutual exchange. But
Hmm.
if you ain't ready for it, it's gonna hit you in the face, and you're like, okay, I don't want this. I don't want to be a husband, or I don't want to be
Right.
a wife. I just wanted to be married, and those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Hmm.
Yeah, because people don't realize that by becoming a spouse, you it's like being a bond servant. You signing up to serve,
Hmm.
and when you go into it not knowing that, you're gonna go into it to be served. So now,
Mm.
so now, I'm not happy because you feel like, oh, my needs ain't being met. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's where people go into, people who don't really know how marriage is supposed to work. At its core, is that you both serve each other, and you find peace in serving each other when you have a desire to serve your spouse. That's real love. That's the
Right,
core of marriage. That's
right.
what holds it together.
You have to
So
be looking forward for the opportunity to serve. Essentially,
Right.
you
Exactly.
relish it.
right. So no,
And
he's like Chick
that's
Fil A.
why I'm
If
I'm
it ain't
I'm
a pleasure to serve, then don't get married.
yeah. That's why these days I'm such an advocate for divorce because I think a lot of people married the wrong folks. And I think a lot of people are now realizing they married the wrong people as you get into therapy. Because, people go to couples therapy thinking couples therapy is designed to keep you together. No, couples therapy is designed to make you figure it out. And
Yeah.
sometimes figuring it out means y'all shouldn't be together.
Yep.
And I'm definitely like, okay, sexless marriages, X, be out, be done. And people like, oh no, well, men have a higher sex drive than women. Nah, miss me with that. Nah, nah.
Yeah. That's not what it
You
is.
don't
That's
like that
definitely not.
man. Cause I
Yeah.
guarantee you when you finally meet that man you do like, you ain't gonna come out his lap.
Yeah.
You gonna go sit on that man's, you gonna go see a man about a horse and never leave his farm. That's how you know when you like somebody. Cause you can love them, but you don't like them. You have to like people to want to be in their circle that much. It's not just love based. It's very
Mhm.
much a almost an infatuation. And I know Jamel posts about this often, talking about I'm gonna have you addicted to me and all that stuff. Yes, absolutely. If it ain't like that, I don't want it. Cause those are the things that genuinely show you kind of the emotional connection between people to the point where pieces of them crave the other person, not in a disruptive or uh negatively addicted sense, but like Sam missing his wife when she gone for 2 days. Not because he is a single dad, but just because
Yeah, married.
a married single dad, but just because he misses her, things like that. I like you on the phone, man. I can't wait to get home to my wife. Those are the types of relationships that have genuine love, like, and everything, and connection. That's the word that should be there. Connection. You have too many people who are married and don't have connections. They married because the person was there, or well, he asked me, and I'm about to be 35, and I wasn't married yet, and my family kept asking me when I was gonna get married, have some kids. These are the reasons lots of people are married. And it's so annoying to watch. So when people be like, "Well, you should just stay and work it out." No, not all the time, because sometimes y'all are just incompatible, and you were always incompatible.
Yeah. I remember a lady. I remember a lady told me some years ago. Um, she did not want to. She didn't. Thank you. She didn't want to. Uh, she didn't want to go home no more. She said flat out, I did not want to go home. And she was like, and it wasn't that I was unhappy. It wasn't that, no, what she said, it wasn't just rooted in this plain unhappy for the moment. And she was like, we had been through counseling, we was in therapy. And she was like, I started dreading just being in the company of this man. And at that point, when you want to escape an individual, and I'm not talking about because they beating on you, I'm not talking about no abuse. I'm talking about it's just not, there's no bond.
Hmm.
If y'all can't build the bond, then yeah, man, y'all wasting each other's time because man, maybe there's a
Bonds
dude,
can't be built; they just
yeah,
are.
yeah, like maybe. Well, I don't know. I do think people can build, can they find a bond and they build on their bond. But I think when they can't do that, when it's realized you're wasting that person's time and you wasting your time.
Hmm.
Y'all could have been with other folks and been happy, or, or,
Hmm.
or at least be satisfied. I don't like to use the word happy because it's always fleeting, but y'all could be in a different situation
At peace.
at peace. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like, and so I was like, man, damn, man, bro, you with her and she with you, and y'all know y'all don't want to be together, but all y'all
Right.
doing Y'all just
And it's
taking
a
up space.
whole lot of that out there. And then you
Yeah.
got the people, well, we staying together for the kids. Whole time the kids like, man, y'all need to cut this loose. Y'all need to cut each other loose. Like, this is stupid. Cause those kids become adults and will tell their parents, like, hey, we was waiting on y'all to break up because y'all don't like each other. And we don't like that y'all don't like each other. So just get away from each other. So
Yeah,
it's
man, that's
yeah.
bad. I would never have wanted that. That was the crazy thing because when it was over with me and my ex, my children didn't have that. They didn't get that feeling. But I think we made our move in time before any of that
Mhm.
resentment built up. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
whether it's prematurely or whatever, we definitely made the move before resentment started being on the surface and it starts to affect them very directly. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You gotta because kids they gonna pick up on the vibes. Kids
Oh yeah.
kids are sponges of they see it and they feel it. They might not always
Hmm.
say it, but they definitely see it and feel it. Staying for the
So,
kids.
and while we're still on marriage, next topic is about marriage too.
Hmm.
We often hear, well, the men in modern dating today aren't as willing to date because marriage isn't worth it. You gonna end up getting divorced and split in half and all of this, that, and the
Here we
other.
go.
Yes,
Here we
please.
go. Here we go. Here
But
we go.
women are having similar conversations. So the question is marriage a scam? And I have a video. Do 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 do. Oh, one of these days I'm gonna figure out my little mode here of
We gonna
doing.
we gonna we gonna we gonna have you host for like a bunch of times, and
Let's
then
not.
yeah, we gonna like.
You're so good at it.
I'm telling you,
I'm
she
really
do.
not. I'm not as good.
Yeah,
Listen,
you are.
her summary and the question asked is better than mine.
It
It sure is.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you
let's
summarize quick and you ask your question and boom, you there.
watch the videos.
I mean, y'all, they literally had us out here waxing, shaving, tanning, dieting, exercising, smiling, just so we would attract a man. So we could keep men in power on the backs of the lifelong emotional, mental, and physical labor of women. They literally had us out here believing there was no other fulfilling life than to get married to a man and have children. That there was no other way to have worth or experience a fulfilling life besides shackling yourself as a slave to a man. They really had us convinced. And look at all the industries that capitalize off of that. Makeups, cosmetics, fitness. The list goes on. This might be the biggest scam of all.
First of all, she looks undesirable.
Oh my God.
She feel like just her
So
whole demeanor and just her presentations. Like, who would want to marry that?
well that's not a marriage thing. What she's talking about, that's not marriage. That's objectification as it's been since forever. So we can argue that, yes, but when you
But
tie it to marriage, the unfairness you do to marriage in and of itself is that marriage is a lot times about the person you marry. Like at the end of it all, it's about who, not marriage in and of itself. The devil don't exist. Like people say a church is crap. Who's running the church? Do you blame Christianity for the church, or do you blame, you know what I'm saying? You,
oh
you
no,
see
I
what I'm saying?
definitely bring the people. Absolutely.
It's the people. It is 100% the people. So if the people involved are the problem, then that's the problem. So I'm like you nobody now. Is it fair to say that there's this idea of marriage that is pushed, like Sam said, like we just broke down, that there's this idea of marriage that's pushed and it's all smiles and pretty babies and fun and relaxation and you're gonna grow rich together and old together, you're gonna be happy because you found your person. Yes, The commercial idea of marriage is pushed. The fantasy of romance has been pushed to women for forever. So that's true. But because it's been pushed and you bought it and you ended up with the wrong person or nobody told you the truth, you can't then blame the institution itself. You got to talk to the people that pushed the idea the wrong way to begin with. So you gotta we need to change. Yes, because we gotta
Okay,
change the idea. We gotta change we gotta change the idea that's being pushed. Once you change the idea, and then you tell people, all right, here's the real package. This is what it is. Do you want it? And if they say no, we say okay. Nobody cares. I wouldn't give a damn. Hey, this is what marriage really is. You want it now? But it's not this miserable shit she's talking about.
So I don't know. So I think it's disingenuous to not acknowledge that marriage has been objectification for women forever, to the point where women are used as bargaining tools during war. And marriage is the thing that solidifies it. So while the institution of marriage may not be that thing you're talking about, how marriage has been used against women since forever is absolutely valid. So you kind of have to acknowledge that.
Yeah, of course. And you acknowledge it, but then you say, okay, but that's not what is that what your grandma went through? Is that what your mom went through? Can you talk
Marriage
to
has
them?
been packaged, though. I mean, even look at the whole naming convention of marriage. The whole reason a woman has her husband's last name is to denote whose property she is.
Listen. Hold on. I'm going to address that. I'm going to tell women this straight up. If y'all want to be equal, and this is off topic, this is a little off. If y'all want to be equal, I need you motherfuckers to register for selective service now. Now. I need every single thing. I need every single thing. I need y'all, all of you women, every last one of you, they got a problem with a last name. Take your asses and register for selective service now. You now need to be the bodies put on the front line to die now, not tomorrow. Those when women do that, I say good. You can tell that man to take your last name. You can tell them children to take your last name. But as long as men are the ones that are going to die, that are signing up to die, we will continue to push. Yeah, our last name holds more weight.
Hold on. Women sign up to die every time we get pregnant.
Yeah. We have since learned that mortality rates and the way I get that. Now I'm not taking that away. I'm just saying that's still an option. I'm talking about register for selective service, be willing to be on the front lines of war, be willing to be drafted, and we'll change that. There are these things that again, if you want to argue,
and then a bear, and you think they hard up to choose a gun, we already strapped.
I mean, just do it.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
She ain't about to be infantry. The average woman is not about to be infantry.
It has to do with individual marriage. Like blaming, like these are individuals. Each and every marriage is like a DNA strand. They all so different. So you choose a man that's not gonna objectify you, dummy. Like start there. Just choose. No,
I don't think that's
better.
what she was saying. She's not talking about the man. She's talking about how society has groomed and socialized women to objectify themselves for the convention of marriage.
And women did it to
And we just talked about that in the previous video, because she was like, y'all be so desperate for marriage that y'all will do anything. So there's something there. It may not be that quote unquote marriage is a scam, but there's something there.
There definitely is something there. Yeah.
Okay, so this is one of the situations where women got to get to the room with women and talk about it amongst them, because they're the ones who created this fantasy idea of marriage. Men didn't create.
Use a bold-faced lie, sir.
No, we didn't create the fantasy. We did not create. We didn't write the stories. We didn't create romance. We ain't romantic. Men
I'm
ain't
not talking about the
romantic at their
romance.
core.
I'm not talking about the romance parts. I'm not talking about the romance. I'm talking about all the other stuff. Because in marriage, previous marriage weren't necessarily romantic anyway. That's a new convention. And the
Yeah.
the convention of romance was put out there to make marriage more palatable.
They
Because you
see they
got to
never should have
think.
did. That's the thing. They never should have did that. See,
But
if
you
you've
know who
never
did it? You know who did it? Men. And I'll tell you who.
Who?
Advertisements. I
oh oh
mean,
y'all fell for the De Beers, people and the ring
yep,
people. Yeah, y'all.
absolutely.
Okay. Well then, go take it up with those motherfuckers, because I'm not a billionaire diamond owner, dumbass. No, I'm not. I'm not. Now that's not where I come from. So
Yeah,
take
but
it up.
okay.
Take it up with the commercializers. Take it up with them. Don't bring it to me. Don't bring it to us. We can sell you that bill of goods. No,
Pretty
go.
much ever since suffrage, that's when marketing became heavily driven to kind of keep that going. Romanticize things so that women make certain choices. You have the romanticizing of stay-at-home moms, the romanticizing of the housewife. All of these things were done in the media. Can we at least agree on that part?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can agree on that. It
absolutely.
was
Take it up with the media. Take it up with the media.
and it was appealing
Who
to women.
was the media? The dudes.
Not me. Not no. Take it up with them. Go find the big wigs. Don't take it up with the regular dudes.
Come on,
Because we don't
Sam.
even
Come
sell
on,
it.
Sam.
We don't even sell that bill of goods.
Man, that whole thing is only thing that and I put money on this how it went. I wasn't born back then when it started, but I bet this how it went. Cause this how stuff go. Men heard their wives complaining about what they don't do. And them old white men came together like, what? If we can package this and we can bottle this up and package it and we can present it to them, they'll pay because they want it so bad. So the romantic stuff may have been marketed by men, but somebody told them men that's what women want. The niggas didn't figure it out on their own. They heard complaints about what they weren't getting and what they would like to get. And some niggas be like, hey man, we can sell this.
Yep.
That's how capitalism works.
Yep.
So it falls back on women. They created this whole fantasy of
No, you can't fall back on women. That's like saying that racism falls back on black people. We didn't create the system. Men created the system. We just had a
No, you're
little
saying
input.
no. You're saying the romanticized part is. I get what he's saying. I think what men should have did in that position is say, you know what, we know y'all want this. We know that's what y'all think it's gonna look like, but you can't start pandering. That's basically what happened. Men started pandering and figured they can make a buck. You cannot do that, because the moment you start pandering and then trying to profit, it's going to collapse, because people are going to realize what it is. It's like whenever we talk about the idea of open marriages, right? The idea of open marriages has a bunch of men thinking that, oh my God, if I get an open marriage, well, I'm gonna get all the hoes. And then as soon as that marriage open up, that man realized them women don't want you like that. And then he look over there and realize, but everybody want to fuck your wife. Then he want to close the marriage. Nobody told that man the truth. If somebody would have told that man the truth, bruh, the moment you go out there and say it's open, you might get onesie twosie, and they ain't gonna even look like what you want. They just gonna be willing participants. And then, but your woman gonna have everything lined up. Men would not be. Men would never request. Never. Men would absolutely never open a marriage if they knew the reality of what would happen when they do. So somebody, and I'm sitting here saying this, my voice ain't big enough to shut that shit down. So you're gonna still have dumb men that are fool enough to request an open marriage, and then they're gonna be filing for divorce in 3 years because she got suitors, and she living her best life now.
7 months.
So yeah. I'd say that never should have been done. There should have always been a realistic version of what marriage is, what it requires from everybody. And if you keep it like that, and yes, there's some really good stuff for the future. And if you marry the right person, you have to be realistic. Because then, yeah, in that case, yeah, it's false advertisement, which is essentially a scam. So yeah, if the advertising is false, yeah, that's scamming. But people that have been married, people that are married, they know better than that. People that grew up around marriage, they know better than that. So maybe they should have been the ones to say, "Hey man, take that shit off TV. This bullshit." Maybe, I don't know. Somebody should have shut that down a long time ago, though.
I mean, you look at like the Disney movies. Disney movies alone are propaganda based. They just are. I mean, you got to think
Yeah.
Dumbo. The story of Dumbo technically was a woman with a special needs child. Then you had your level of racism in that, and we all know Walt Disney had his racist tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at all the notion of the princess always having to be saved by Prince Charming. Because if you look back at those actual stories, the real stories, those stories were like nightmares to tell children not to do certain things. But Disney got a hold of them, and now it's a love story. Oh, she gave up her voice for the prince. Oh, she had to run from the mall in her glass slipper. Yeah, it's a lot. I think that's probably why I don't like chick flicks. Like I don't watch typical chick flicks. I think probably the only one I like is 50 First Dates. But like
You make
Notebook and all of that, I
you
cannot.
make a very valid point, Chef. People need to all go look at all the Brothers Grimm stories. Go look at all those stories, those original stories. They
None of
like you
them
just
work.
said, they are all nightmares. They all end bad. None of them have a happy ending. All the
Peter Pan
Brothers
was a
Grimm,
horror story.
huh?
Peter Pan was a horror story.
Oh man, yeah.
But, Tinkerbell had a crush on him and all this. This is a lot. It'd be a lot.
But
Whew.
I'll
But
say that
but we're gonna
Hold
blame
on,
women
Sam
anyway,
trying to
because
talk,
y'all
Manuel.
we're gonna blame women anyway, because y'all like to buy fantasies.
Oh
So
Lord. Go ahead, Sam.
well, man, just my last 2 cents about marriage. Even when you marry the right person,
mm-hmm.
it's still gonna be a battle because you're talking about, and I don't know why people tend to forget the reality of two imperfect people trying to become one person.
Yeah.
That's a comfortable transition.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna be happy all the time. So if you're looking at marriage to find happiness, you ain't gonna find it. You'll find work. But if you're willing to do the work, you'll find joy. And I take that over Frankie Beverly any day. Happy feelings.
Look, now, you just said something. You for real. You said you if you put in the work, you will find joy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're apt, man. The thing that people don't understand is that when you get married, you're signing up to bear another person's burdens. Really think about that. Somebody should tell you that when you marry, and because everybody comes with baggage, right? Everybody comes with a degree of baggage.
Mm-hmm.
But you're signing up to take on a person's burdens. That means when they're hurt, you're signing up to hurt too.
Yeah.
When they're upset, you're signing up to be upset too. My wife cannot come home mad about work without me then being mad about them folks at her job. It's just the way it is.
Be ready to ride
I
up?
want to. Yeah, I'm ready to ride. Like, come on, man. Like, who signs up for that? There's no romantic version of it. I mean, is that the knight in shining armor that they motherfuckers are talking about that look good on a cartoon? Because if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And then it's sometimes realizing that as a man protector and provider, the solution isn't always a solution. Sometimes you just gotta listen.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, hell yeah, we hate that. Yeah, I hate it so much. She appreciates that I can be willing to listen and not try to give solutions. And I know you solution oriented, but I just needed an ear because she knows. So you're signing. That's what you're signing up for. And that does, and dumbass men, that does not mean women need to change. Well, they don't need to say nothing unless they want a solution. You know what's gonna happen? Talk that shit you want. She's gonna be sucking a dick. She's gonna be sucking a dick. Real talk. Dudes
Somebody
talk all
gonna listen to her.
Listen. Stop playing. If you think that all you gonna do is every time she come, babe, here's the solution, and she didn't want a solution, and you gonna criticize her for not wanting a solution, and then if you're gonna say, well, don't bring it to me if you don't want a solution. Trust me, there's gonna be a dick in her mouth, and that dude is willing to just say, damn, baby, that's fucked up. Come here, give me a hug, girl. And he grabbing her by the back of her skull, and then that's what you coming home to. I'm being very visceral because that's real life. It happens like that.
But see, this is the thing I think men need to realize with regard to that. Sometimes the solution isn't fixing the problem. Sometimes the solution is just attaching to her love language in that moment.
Yep.
Like, I think a lot of men go into a situation like, well, I have to solve that problem. But that's not necessarily the problem you should be solving in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm coming to you and I say, hey, babe, this is what's happening. What do you think I should do? That's me asking your opinion to solve that problem.
The problem, right.
If I'm coming to you, man, today was rough today, and I'm just going off and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, the solution in that moment ain't to give me tips on what happened today. It's to hug me.
That's it.
That's it.
And if you and that's it, I ain't gonna let her blow over this. If you start complaining about that, I promise you, there's a dude. He work on the floor. He a security guard. He gonna see her walking out the building. Hey, Miss Lady, you all right? She gonna, oh, fucking manager. Oh, damn, what she do, girl? What she do? This bitch, and she can run her mouth and he can listen. Girl, damn. And every Thursday, whatever day, he always listen. Hey, you want to grab lunch sometime? Well, yeah.
You have.
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I see you.
Frappuccino.
Yeah. Hey, I see you coming in here with your coffees. I see you have one. I got one for you. Oh, yep. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, don't let that manager get to you today. I'm not. On the way I know that manager didn't get on your nerves today. Oh God, let me tell you. Oh, I'm about to get off my shift. Come sit in the car with me. I got to get off the clock.
Yep.
All it takes, nigga. All it takes is a couple more of those. She ain't coming to you to complain no more, nigga. She going to him to complain. And she complain and has to complain. That's what's happening.
Talk to it.
That's what's happening. Cause after she get that rambling off, now she want to talk to the mic. Now she want to spit bars. She want to spit bars, nigga. Hot to her, whatever that little bit said. Yes. Trust me.
That's what it is. It's like
that's why I be sitting there listening. I be listening to my wife complain. I'm like, oh my God, get it over with. And I pay attention though, but I'm like, oh my God, get it over with. Cause I don't want her complaining to nobody else. Complaining to somebody else is just like her laughing at another nigga jokes. I don't want none of them.
It's very intimate.
Yeah.
It really is. And I don't think guys factor in when a woman, just like with a dude, if you feel safe enough to be vulnerable in front of a woman, that speaks to how much you respect her, right?
Mm-hmm. Trust. Yeah.
Right. The man we're willing to like complain to, oh, we trust him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very intimate thing. And I think dudes just take it as, women always gotta talk. No, that's not it at all. We're verbalizing what we feel in that moment. And the person that's gonna listen to us is the person we're going to trust. That's also the person we'll submit to. I can't stand him.
All the sounds, nigga. All the sounds.
Does he realize he's not on camera? Because it's making it worse that he's not on camera doing this.
Throating, nigga. Throating, bro. Throating. Go. Hey, just put put throating in the Google search. That will be your old lady if you don't listen to them complaints, nigga.
Yeah.
Look, she's like, yeah, it's true.
You're not wrong.
I'm saying.
I know I struggle with the whole solution oriented thing because I'm being an engineer. I'm very solution oriented. So when the person I deal with, talks to me and I just start spewing off, okay, you need to do this, 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 and this. And I had to pause myself. I'm like, did you want me to listen to you or did you want a solution? And he was like, nah, care about me. Because I'm like, I can listen or I can provide you, here, you should do this, you should do this, this, and this.
Mhm.
And sometimes I'll be like, am I telling this man he should do some stuff he already know? And I don't, because I don't want him to feel like he's stupid or nothing.
Right,
Because that's
right.
not why I tell it. It's like I do care and I want you to be okay. So here's, some solutions. And he's like, nah, go keep going. Care about me. Okay, I could do that. But on the flip side of that, a lot of times, with him, he knows, oh, if she complaining to me, she just want me to listen. Because
Yeah.
if she want my opinion, she's going to specifically say, what do you think about this?
Right.
Because I don't mince words. I'm not going, you ain't got to read my mind. You ain't got to figure out what I want to eat. I'm going to tell you what I want to eat. I want some PF Chang's. I want this. The with the gluten free. I'm gonna tell you what I want. I'm not that woman that you got to figure out. I'm very plain. Here is what I want from you in this moment. So yeah, you're right. The dude that's listening to them complaints. Yeah.
He gonna find out that what that oosh gosh moowash oowash all that is. Nickel. Nickel. Nickel.
Oh, Lord.
Your lady been coming home kissing you on the lips for all your years. This one day she came and hit you on the cheek because she was being respectful. Trust me.
Yikes.
She hit him on the cheek. I don't want to
Yikes
do you
on
like
bikes.
that. Yeah, man.
I ain't saying nothing about nothing. And we're gonna move on to the next
Hold
topic.
on. Wait. I got a Game of Thrones moment for y'all. If y'all remember, do y'all remember when Peter Baelish, when the woman was crying and he had the client, the dude was in there complaining. He said, "I haven't even touched her. She's crying." And he's like, hold on, kind sir, don't worry about it." And he snaps his fingers, and this other woman come around the corner, and he's like, "Arimka's gonna take care of you." And before Arimka go around the corner, he wipes her mouth off because she got some residual on her cheek. And the woman walks up to the dude and she just kissed him all in the mouth. I was like, ew.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You remember
I
that
do.
moment? I was like, ew. Sam wasn't watching Game of Thrones in detail. He don't remember that stuff. Man, that was such a bad moment. It was such a bad. I was like, yeah, that nigga he got another nigga all in his mouth. It was bad. Yeah.
So now with marriage, we've talked about, some of the things that come along with marriage. Some of the happy things, of course, some of the things that are service. But, there's a lesser known topic in marriage that doesn't get enough shine, according to Sam. And we're going to have a conversation about it. So what tips can we give to married single dads who are navigating their wives not being home for 2 days?
All right, so I told mom when she got home today that because this ain't the first time she been out of town or whatever, but it's the first time in a long time, years. So first night was rough for me. Slept with the TV on. Wasn't even nothing playing. It was just a menu on the Roku. And I just kept waking up out of my sleep because I'm used to like she does hair on the side, So she'll usually come in late after I'm asleep, and she'll just turn the TV off. And so I just kept waking up, like, damn, the TV's still on? Like, because I'm used to her turning the TV off. And I didn't turn the fan on. Every night she turned the fan on, and she had it blowing in her face. Ceiling fan and the floor fan. So last night, I'm like, all right, so I got to trick myself. I got to play mental game with myself. So if I lay down, I turn her floor fan on, and I turn the TV off. So it felt like she was there, and I slept like a baby. Didn't get up not one time. So my tip would be, nigga, get over yourself, because she does more than you know, more than you are aware of.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you feel is an inconvenience because she's not feeling that space for the moment, nigga, deal with it. And deal with it with a smile, because she's been doing it, and I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to other men. She's been doing it for years, and you only have to do it for a moment. So we still we alternate nights on with cooking, but she used to primarily cook until she voiced her concerns about it, and I started helping out with cooking. Now I got a whole lot better. I graduated from breakfast items and hamburgers to other items on the menu that my kids now request.
Look at you.
Thank you. So I was of course I was joking about the single father thing, but man, it doesn't happen enough for it to be a movement. I'm still gonna start one.
I'm still gonna start a movement.
Lord.
But it's gonna be it's completely exaggerated. You know what I'm saying? So
Is this like what is it? Split? Was it Splash? What's that? What man was doing? Drizzle.
Oh
Man,
Drizzle movement.
man, you know what? So I witnessed my dad, and this, I give him all the credit. Y'all hear me always reference that dude, and it's because I saw him do so much that when it was my turn to be a husband and a dad, I did the same shit. So like, yeah, my old lady gone. I miss her. The utility factor is not missed. I miss presence more than anything else. And it's not that I can do what she do. It's not that I can do what she does from a utility perspective the same way or better at all. Like, there's certain things that she's gonna do and she's gonna maximize that if I had to do, I would cut corners. No doubt about it. Like, if I had to if tomorrow, if everything burned down and I had to go shopping for all the, like, let's say I had to go get towels for the house. Y'all gonna be uncomfortable as hell when y'all come and drive for them towels, because them towels, you know what I'm saying? All the toiletries, all the little things, and then just all the care that goes and all the consideration for stuff. I'm very practical in a sense that I don't care what everybody likes and what everybody wants. I'm gonna just make sure everything that's needed is taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
So that means shit. I mean, maybe we gonna have water. Are we gonna have juice and snacks? No, we ain't gonna have no snacks. That's what leftovers for. You know, and those things really matter, man, because they bring light to life. You know what I'm saying? Because the basics, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Yes, when the basics are covered, we're good. But we're at our best when there's some trim. You know what I'm saying? When there's a little bit of sugar on top. And
Mm.
so I can't operate in that function. I don't even try. It's almost laughable when I do. I joke with her when I end up in Target or somewhere like that, and I'm like, yeah, this ain't my element. I'm a Walmart nigga. I don't belong in no Target. That's for y'all bougie folks. But the quality stuff comes out of those places. I can't deny it. But what I do when I miss my wife, I do something very simple. All I need to do is go steal her stuff that got her smell on it. That's it. I need the smell. So she'll come home and she'll look at the bed, and the bed looks like a wreck. And she like, what the hell happened in the bed? And she'll find like her robe or some of her stuff balled up near my pillow, and so I just,
Aw.
that's it, yeah. And even it was like it's always been like that. It's like but I'm like that when I hug her and when I touch her. I'm like, put some of your smell on me, girl. Let me go to work with some of the smell on me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an animal in that way. I just need the scent. I just need just rub the scent on me, girl. And no matter what the scent is, if it's you, I'm good. Just rub that on me. That gets me through the missing part, but in the practical stuff, I appreciate all the practical stuff because I know I ain't gonna do it. I know
Yeah.
good and well I'm not finna go make sure that the toilet paper that we get in here feels good because I don't care about that,
Mhm.
man. Man, it ain't my business. That's on y'all, man. Shit, you better use this toilet paper. Shit, use paper towel for all I care. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. I don't care in the way that she cares.
Mhm.
And men, y'all have to understand that women care and they execute care way different than we do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And if you don't appreciate it, somebody else gonna get it or somebody else will. I ain't finna be nasty this time, but I'm just saying, like Sam said, man. When you remove it, the little things, you remove those things that they've been doing all these years or all this time. You remove it just for a moment.
Mhm.
That's when you recognize, damn, that's what she been doing, and I done become so accustomed to it to where I can't live without it. You see what I'm saying? Like she
Yeah.
done conditioned this nigga. This nigga Sam now is conditioned. He like a little dog. You act like a dog. The dog, I need you to. The dog say, I need you to leave the door cracked. I need you to leave the light on. I need you to have a smell. So he conditioned. He can't be with nobody else if he tried. So imagine now he with somebody else, and that woman sleep with the TV on. Now that nigga complaining, you ain't gonna turn the TV off. Well, you don't want to turn it on. Why I gotta turn it off? And then you don't sleep with the fan on. Well, no, I don't need the fan on, but you can't just turn it on. And then you complaining about stuff you're not supposed to be complaining about because that was that person. Got that man conditioned, man. Goddamn, free Sam. That's all I'm saying. Free Sam.
I know for me on the like flip side of that in marriage, the thing I miss most is like tires of the car. That's a big I sat in the tire shop a couple days ago for like
Oh
3
yeah,
hours.
yeah.
And
I was on the thing with you when you was there
yes,
with.
like I'm sitting there like, man, I need to send him a hey big head text.
Yeah,
Something
boy.
cuz who tires? I'm a woman. Why am I sitting in here?
Man, and
You
it be
supposed to
longer than
be in
what you
here.
think, don't it? But don't it be longer than what you think it would be just to get some goddamn tires balanced or rotated?
Look, I wouldn't even get all tires. I went in there for a repair. I had a nail in my tire.
Wow.
I sat there for 3
Man,
hours.
you could have got
But,
that.
what my ex-husband would do when he knew he had to take the car in, he'd give me the other car, and he'd take my
Yeah,
car.
yeah,
And then he'd drop it off, and then somebody would take him to work kinda thing. So it's like stuff like that. Like
yep.
yard work, I don't care about that because I don't mind doing yard work. But tires or car repairs? I'm appalled. Why am I doing this?
Yep.
This is my husband's job. But also in our house, I kept a stock with toilet paper. When I tell you every time toilet paper go on sale, I'm buying it. So for a good 3 years, we never ran out of toilet paper, not one time.
That's the same thing my wife does. Same thing.
Mhm.
I'm tell you what, if we don't got nothing
Toilet
else, we
paper,
got
paper
toilet paper and
towels,
paper
never run out.
towels. Yep. We don't never run out of that shit.
Mm-mm. I
What is
keep stuff on subscribe and save. Even with the baby, his wipes are on subscribe and save. I never run out of wipes. Paper towels and all that. I buy that stuff in bulk. So, these would be the expenditures. He's gonna open the cabinet and always see certain things because I
Yeah.
know, he go if it's watermelon season, we gonna buy by 3, 4, 5 watermelon, and they gotta be good watermelon. I know, and then he had his special container that his watermelon went in. So when it went that came that time of the year, I made sure his special little container was in the place he wanted it to be. It's a big container, so I'd have to move it after the season was over because it's like it's in the way. But when I know it's that season, I did little things like that. So we always had soap in the house. We always had toothpaste because I bought toothpaste in bulk to the point I think it took us like 5 years to go through the one of the boxes of toothpaste I got from Sam's Club. So yeah, it goes back to the whole thing of people say a woman makes a house a home,
Yep.
and that's very much the case because there are little nuanced things that you don't think about until they're not there anymore.
Yep. And back to the last subject. This is why the idea of it being a scam, these things got to be talked about because
Yeah.
it's not a scam when both people are doing their part consistently like that. It's
Yeah.
just that it just flows. That don't mean y'all like each other all the time. That don't mean it's perfect all the time. It just means you understand the work. And I think
Mhm.
that's how you recondition I guess the public or society or whatever to understand that this is what it is as
Mhm.
opposed to what they told you. Like you
Right.
said, it's very simple. He gave you the other car and then he put himself at the inconvenience so that
Mhm.
you could be convenienced.
Right.
That's really what it boils down to. That's not because that's the same thing. I'm gonna say, hey, you take my car, I'm gonna take your car, and then I'll sit there. Or like you
Mhm.
say, when I lived in Seattle, that's the way I used to. I did it the exact same way he used to do it. I would take her car, I would drop it off, I would then have somebody at work come pick me up from right up the street. Boom, we made it. Or if I took the
Right.
truck or whatever. Either way, like that's the way you balance the stuff out. So yeah, they're like, it's not a scam, man. It's work though. If you think
It
if you
is
think it ain't work,
definitely work, child.
if you think it's just laughing, giggling, eating, and going on vacations with cute kids, then yes, a goddamn scam. I'll tell you that in a heartbeat. If that's what they
It
told
could be
you,
like that if you don't have no kids.
yeah. Take the kids out. Yeah, look, take the kids out. Hell yeah, it could be laughing, eating, and vacation, and giggling and sniggling. So we blaming the kids. That's what we doing. We
yes.
blame. We blame.
Yeah,
We blame.
man, look. You know how
I
much
have to.
I love
I
my
have to
children
agree.
and I love my progeny. I love the personalities they have. I love that my kids are
I
cute and
have
they're
to
going to grow up
agree.
to be great people, but
Kids ruin
they
marriage. They do.
expensive.
Kids ruin marriage. They're the ruiners.
Man, I'm gonna say I've been married majority of my adult life, and that's not even an exaggeration. I've been married since I was 24. I've only had maybe a year break, but wasn't even really a break because I was back into a relationship for that year, and then got married again. But both times, late wife had a son. We got married. Um, by the time I met Kira, I had 3 kids. She had 3 kids from her previous marriage. So I've never been married, and it's just me and out of. I'm almost. Has it been
Boy, you ain't
20 years
gonna know
now?
how to act when you become an empty nester.
Man, I'm gonna miss them sorely. But
but,
I
so-
don't
damn,
but,
think you
but
will.
you gonna miss them, but you gonna celebrate the departure.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't
I
think you're
want to
gonna
know
miss
what
them as
life is
much as
like.
you think. You know why I don't think you'll miss him as much as you think?
What?
Because you've never experienced it. It's different when you've had the freedom and then they come in
Yeah,
because
yeah.
now they change the trajectory of things and you get used to a new normal. And then when they leave, you gotta readjust. But this has been your normal the whole time. It's gonna be like, I have so much more time for activities. Come in, let me do it on the counter. It's gonna be she walk in the door, you get on right at the door when she come in the house. Like for real.
No,
Y'all go you know what?
that
What your college dream was about right there.
that
Cause he gonna get that freedom and then this will be like, so hey
everybody come
guys.
over. Everybody come over. Everybody party, party over here. Like what
That's
the
what that
hell is going on, nigga? Why the lights off, nigga? What? Nigga,
what
blue
was in this
lights?
drink? Is
Why?
that baby
Why y'all?
oil?
Why y'all wearing a robe? Why y'all both in robes? The fuck? Hey, hell no, nigga.
That's how it's gonna start
Nigga,
right there.
nigga, since when you start smoking a pipe? Nobody smoke pipes no more. Oh,
Y'all
hell
a
no.
smoking
Get me up
jacket
out
and
of
some
here.
slippers.
Get me up out of this shit. Man, this nigga
Cause
tripping,
what? The
man.
youngest in the house right now is what, 13, 14,
15.
15? Oh, you ain't got but like 3, 4 years. Oh yeah, he gonna turn out after that. He gonna turn up.
But one of my favorite
See,
things to do is to go in their rooms and annoy them.
you'll
That's
miss
like,
that.
But you ain't gonna be
You,
wanting
you,
to do
you,
that because you're gonna want to go into Kira's body and annoy her.
but you don't know. No, you know what? I do think he'll, because my dad was the same way. My dad, when we all left and was grown, it was that. Um, but so I think he will miss him, but I think he's gonna enjoy the freedom more than he gonna miss him. You see what I'm
That's what I'm
saying? Like,
saying. He gonna
yeah,
enjoy
it'll be
that
more.
freedom to
Yeah,
death.
it won't be as overwhelming as you think. You will miss him, but at the same time, you can be like, well, shoot, I'm kind of enjoying, because I will say,
yeah.
I missed my kids. I didn't start enjoying the freedom I had when me and Toya separated until I moved to New Orleans. Like Dallas, that was a long adjustment period to me not being around my children all the time. By the time I got to New Orleans, that's when I was like, okay, you kind of, this is, so it took years to get to that point, and I did enjoy that. And then by the time I was really enjoying it and got in the street just a little bit, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to get back into the marriage life. And we only got one in the house now, and he's 16. So I mean, I'm sitting there looking like, since I have experienced a degree of freedom. Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking to get back to it. Oh
Man,
yeah.
you hit
I'm
me.
I'm I'm not putting on shit when I get out of the shower once he gone. Nothing. Out
You
of the shower, I'm not even taking underclothes in the shower with me no more.
at all.
Never. I only do that because I gotta walk by his room when I jump out of the shower. Man, when that booger gone, I'm not gonna have drawers nowhere but in the man. Listen, nothing, nothing.
Baby. When I put the baby down at night and if Miles ain't here, oh, it's like I'm here by myself. I do what I want.
Yep.
I'm free at that point because he's a baby. Now, once he gets a little older, I'm gonna have to go back into okay, I gotta be real private mode. But that them couple of months when it was just me by myself and my son was down, this before Adonis, and my son was with his dad, baby, I felt 20 all over again.
Man, I used to be in New Orleans and I used to cut my hair.
Like,
I used to cut my hair in the bathroom, standing butt naked with the TV on, music on, and I just do all. I would do everything at once. So I'm butt ass naked, cutting my hair. And then when I'm done with that, I get the other clippers, do my manscape. I do it all in one swoop. Now I'm like, God damn, nigga, you gotta at least put on some damn drawers in case somebody knock on the door and it's a young fella and he need, and I'm in here butt naked with the clippers. He's like, what the hell is going on? Man, I know all this, man. I get all stand in one spot, get all the hair off at one time, get it all out the way. Yeah, man, I miss it, man. Yeah, man.
yeah,
You don't know nothing about that. Don't worry, Sam. You'll get to it.
you gonna love it. Them, matter of fact, the girls need to just go away for like a week. Everybody in the house gone for a week, but you and Kira.
Yeah,
You
have y'all
go
ever done that? I think they've done that before.
No, man,
not a
because
whole week. They've done like a couple days.
Oh yeah, I mean y'all need like a 7-day, boy.
no, because the thing is, it's that was the set that was always home. So like
Right. That's it.
when her two bios um when they would go to their dad's house, Kenny and Kelsey would be here with us.
Oh yeah.
And then her oldest daughter will always be here because she just preferred not to go. But he's not
Right.
her.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that that type of relationship or whatever. But yeah, so it was always some kids here. So and then I kind of didn't want to send Kenny and Kelsey away because it was like they mine and they've been under me since they were born, and they just recently in Kenny. When did y'all go to Alabama? That was in June, right? When y'all went on the college tour, that was in June. So they went to my sister and brother-in-law house down in Alabama for 2 weeks, and that was the first time that they've ever been away from me that long. Other than that, I've been away from them like when I went on the cruise for like 4 days, and that was the longest. So the 2
Damn.
weeks were like, I just walk past their room like, damn, it's empty. I can't call.
So it's gonna be traumatic for you when they first get the hell on. You gonna suffer. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Yeah, my bad. Hey, that's gonna be a little rough at first.
At first,
At
and
first.
then I give you 2 weeks. I give you 2 weeks.
Yeah. You know
Two
what?
at the
Yeah.
best.
I give him about 2.
And
I
then
give
you
him a
be
month.
like,
I give him a
hey,
month. I give him a month. I give him a month max. Max.
that first week he gonna be trying to go to their house wherever they at.
Yeah, boy. He gonna be trying to come find him. Where y'all at? I want to
Uh-huh.
visit. Where y'all at? I'm coming to your college campus. Where y'all at? That's what it's gonna be like at first.
Then he gonna see how much it costs to do all that driving, then he gonna do it.
Yeah, boy.
So the second week he'll be like, okay, I'm gonna sit at the house. Then he's gonna be like a little too quiet, but then he gonna smack Kira on the booty and like hear it like reverberate, and ain't nobody around to say nothing. And this is gonna be like, come here real quick.
And then he gonna get her pregnant, and then they gonna have another one, and it's gonna start
Yep.
all over. Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
you don't
Hey,
want another
hey,
one no more.
hey. Boy, listen. I'm gonna be right there when it happens too. I'm gonna be right there with the house bouncing. I'm gonna be bankhead bouncing all the way to Atlanta. Hey, congratulations, my nigga!
Don't put that on that man.
Congratulations, my nigga!
Don't
Yeah,
put that
boy.
evil on him, Ricky Bobby.
I've already told her that.
You ain't already told nothing, nigga. God move how you want to move. You don't tell God nothing, nigga. Tell God.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be so excited. Me and Bree coming down there fast.
Y'all go take y'all baby back with y'all too.
Glad to see y'all. Take it back
For
with you.
real, 'cause, baby.
Yeah,
I know I
nigga.
ain't having no more.
Yeah,
Nope.
they gonna have that soon as the kids gone, they gonna start rolling around in there, and Kara gonna think it's safe, and then y'all that's when it's gonna pop off. Like,
That's
God
when
damn.
he need to go on and just get snipped and call it a day.
But she got
No, he ain't, because he gonna be scared. He ain't about that life. He ain't about that life. He ain't about that life. He's scared. He don't want no man fiddling with his balls. He don't want no man fiddling with his balls. He don't want no man. If a man gotta do it, a man gotta do it. It could be a woman. I don't know. But hey, that's what I'm saying, bro. You don't want that. Yeah. It might be, but just he don't want that. Nah, it don't matter. He don't want nobody cutting on his balls. They gonna cut. They gotta cut and they gotta burn, and you gonna smell the burning flesh. I just want you to understand that. I'm trying to scare him out of it so he don't do it. So he end up having a baby. So I can go to Atlanta and I go to Atlanta hyped up.
Terrible.
I'm gonna throw you a hell of a baby shower, boy. I'm gonna throw you a baby shower, boy.
Terrible. Just terrible.
I'm gonna throw that nigga a baby shower.
All right, we got a few more minutes here. We got one more topic left. So Sam sent this, and we today we've been talking a lot about dating and marriage, and in dating now, a lot more women are becoming a lot more cautious for various reasons. And it's because you have, and we saw this with DDG as we were talking, you have men who are very much tapping into their emotions and just doing some unceremonious things. So we have this one, and the question is, what can be done to make dating safer? And we have a video, and I'm going to play this video and you'll
Oh
see what
man, that
happened.
shit there, boy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, we're going to watch this here. And
I seen him. I seen him. Man. I can't go. How you gonna pull a gun?
oh, I didn't realize it was that short.
It looked like.
I seen him. I seen him. Man. I can't go. How you gonna pull a gun?
So
Now, it seems like he just kind of like even if you just fired though, man. Oh man, I don't have no solution for now. I don't have a single solution for what can be done in the moment to prevent that or change the men like that.
Wait,
I think, man, that men really need to take a look at how we are conducting ourselves around young men, so they don't grow up to be these kind of old men. And that's with all the jokes we tell. That's with the examples we give in dating. That's with the conversations about the birds and the bees. There has to be a real sit down with older men and younger men, and it needs to be understood that women don't owe you nothing. They don't owe you their time. They don't owe you their company. They don't owe you an explanation. If they are not your wife, already married and then said vows, they don't owe you nothing if they went to dinner with you, if they traded phone numbers with you. They don't owe you nothing if y'all had sex the night before. That's a mutual exchange, hopefully. So there's nothing that they owe you, and understand that any approach, no matter how good it looks going in, even if you think she chose, there's a 50-50 chance that she's going to say she's not interested. And then even if she's interested, shit, for a while, there's a chance that she might tell you, this just ain't working out for me no more. I'm not interested no more. Man, we really need to be, we need high school and college courses on taking rejection. And if they ain't in high school and college, we need it on all levels. Like, because this shit is out of hand. Because that's all it is.
Yeah.
Not being able to take rejection. And like, goddamn, I'm like, we understood that rejection was just part of it when we came up. But it's like, damn, like I don't understand the crop of men that did not make sure young men knew, so they wouldn't grow into these old assholes right here, these cowards, man. Because that's all it is, man. They can't take no damn rejection.
there's only one way to handle this, man, and these niggas just gotta be snuffed out.
Hey, there you go. You know I love that.
There's no reasoning with them. There's no talking
Dr.
sense.
Umar has said that a few times.
Yep.
Like you just have to round them up
Yep.
and stand them in
Sever
front of
the
the squad.
sever the degenerate bloodlines.
You have to. That's the only way to deal with something like that. Because as old as he is, that's too far gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't reason with him.
And it's even more annoying because you got to think of the movement now where women we're forced to give our phone numbers
That's
because men
ridiculous.
act like that. Because the idea is I have to make it home. So let me just go ahead and give him my actual number, let him call me
Let me
so I
block
can make
him.
it home.
Yeah.
And then, once I'm away from him, I'll, block him. But then, you got to think about where these guys are meeting girls, gas stations. So what do they have at a gas station? Tag numbers. Tag numbers have addresses. So it's very unsafe to date these days in public. So people keep saying, "Oh, I never date online. I never date online." Blah 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 blah. And it's like it's
Shit.
safer to date online though,
Yeah, it might be for real.
because a lot of times you're so focusing on the kind of conversation, things of that nature. The rejection pieces come with a lot less embarrassment because they're usually not in public.
Yes. Yes.
It's just in the DMs and he by himself. Yeah, he know you might screenshot, but he ain't gonna say nothing because he don't want you to put him on blast. But here, this dude was like, "Hey, you got my text? Yeah, I saw it. And you about to shoot at me because I ain't reply to your text? I bet he ain't even sniffed it yet.
No, he ain't.
I bet he ain't.
And he had no real conversation outside
No.
of the initial one.
But in the group, we talked about this today about the lady was like, she said men shouldn't date. Oh, I should have brought that video up, and I may bring it up real quick. I know it's getting late. She said men shouldn't date anymore. And the dude was like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Men shouldn't date anybody until you have established that there is vested interest on both ends." And I said, it used to be like that. 80s, 90s, dude would get your number, y'all gonna talk on the phone for a month or two, and
Yeah.
then you finally let's
Yeah.
meet up at the mall in the food court, and that was your quote unquote first date.
Yeah.
Yep.
But these dudes out here is getting numbers.
Too
Let me take
lazy.
you out.
Too lazy. Yeah. No, because so there's two parts to that, right? So I've experienced the online dating thing to its max. There's two parts. There are a lot of women say that they don't want to they don't want to be text buddies. So what a
And
lot of
don't.
dudes do, what a lot of dudes do is they think that okay, the solution is let me hurry up and speed up the hey, let's go out part. Now a lot of women go with that because they're like, okay, cool, he's at least trying to hurry up and move to the date. But these men of today don't have the soft skills to go into a date knowing that this is almost like a cold approach. Dudes are thinking that the first date means that the rapport, like they didn't build a rapport, so they're going into the first
Right.
date not knowing how to build rapport. And so when the first date fails, they're frustrated. But the first date is like a first approach, and that's not how they don't understand how to first approach. So I think what you're saying what you're saying that woman said is right. When you meet somebody online, y'all do need to exchange phone numbers. Y'all need to have a couple of conversations before y'all go on that date, so y'all at least have that ice broken, and so then it can kind of flow.
Right.
But because the rejection piece, like they don't know. Like it makes me sick. I got daughters. I know, Sam has daughters. Um,
It's
I
scary here. Like
yeah, like y'all, what the
it's
hell are we
bruh,
talking about?
it's scary. Like I will legit a dude could tell me, hey, I'm about to pay bills, man. I could be about to be homeless. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Cause you don't wanna it's like you don't want to accept kindness either.
Yeah.
Because if you don't reply in a way that man wants, he about to unalive you. It's scary out here. It's legit scary. And guys will sit there and be like, "Well, just go choose the bear." I mean, maybe I should, cause shoot, the bear ain't gonna like shoot at me because I ain't reply to his text. This
The
is
bear might,
crazy.
the bear might turn around and protect you.
I got some honey. I got some honey smacks in my pocket. He might chill out and keep me warm for the night. But it's even as an older woman in the dating realm right now, it's you would think these guys were raised in an era where rejection was normal,
They
but
were, but they
social
weren't. But
media
no,
has told them differently.
but they were raised in the era. But what I've grown to understand about these older guys is they were not they were sitting on the porch when me and Sam was jumping off the porch. While we
That's
was
fair.
out there shooting our shot, willing to take some
Mhm.
rejection, willing to have fun with it and clown, those dudes were sitting back like, man, I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna do that. I'm just gonna chill, man. And so they never did. And now that they're doing it late, and the game ain't changed. None of the stuff is. Y'all should have learned that when y'all was 13 and 14, not 33 and 43.
Yeah.
And so it's man, it's I mean, almost to this point, man, you almost gotta just let the degenerates, you gotta just do away with them if possible. That's what I'm saying, man. There need to be something. As a community, they need to allow us to just police each other and make straight up Judge Dredd type situation decisions. You,
I
Judge
don't know what
Dredd.
needs to happen. I just know for me as a woman, like, and I've talked about this to you guys before. Like, I want another man vetting everybody. Like, I'm gonna send them to y'all,
Yep.
cause or like, okay, here's his profile. Tell me the red flags I might be missing, cause it's these dudes are crazy.
Me and Sam clown y'all all the time. Here's one of the things we clown y'all on all the time. This is all women. We just do it to y'all. We say because they're like, men, y'all need to the kind of thing. Men, y'all need to make sure men are doing better. And we like, look, we can't talk to these niggas. We can't change these niggas. And what me and Sam have come up with is like, okay, we know what women want. Women want to go pick out the man they like, and he just be a good man. They just want the simple process. Here's what I like, but I don't got to worry about it being a bad guy. They don't want to do
Pretty
the
much.
vetting process, pretty much. And I'm like, well, damn, like, is that what they want? And then you're like, hell yeah, that's what they want. They don't want to do none of that other part. And I'm like, I get it, man. There should be a way. I don't know. We want to brainstorm the idea, but there really should be a way to thoroughly vet men and put them into a category of their own for women then to come among that group. And the same thing, I guess, for women too, because I think the vetting process has now become so stressful and
Folks
treacherous.
lying.
Yeah,
That's
like
what it is. Folks are straight up lying.
it's a dude on a whole goddamn. This dude just went on a goddamn reality TV show with his face and everything in the public.
And you
Love is
got 3
blind.
kids at the house looking for
Get
you.
the fuck out! Do you know the
I saw
boldness
that.
it
I was
requires?
like, whoa,
Which
what?
one?
We
The
spoiling it for
most
you, but
recent one.
the light skinned brother.
Hmm. He got 3 kids at the house, and they like, well, his kids looking for him.
This
But
dude, I'm like,
What?
you done
yeah,
recorded
man,
the whole show.
yeah, man. Come on, bro. Like, what made you think that was gonna work, dude?
Wow.
What made him
Yeah.
think that he like? What made him think he? So you know what he thought? See, he does what a lot of men do though. I'm gonna get this woman to fall in love, and then I'm gonna hit her with this okey doke of a situation. She gonna already be so caught up to where she not gonna care. That's what that, and that's the part of the vetting process that men are supposed to be able to. If you vet that out, so that we can say, all right, he's legit. You know what I'm saying? Because he done basically got that woman all the way in, and now she done had to find out after she done fell for him or whatever. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, but that's what's happening out here in these streets. And it's unfortunate because you have a lot of women who are genuinely trying to make connections. And then you also have a lot of men who are genuinely trying to make connections. But because of the sleaze balls, everybody's missing each other. So we have this quote unquote gender war. That's
Yep.
not really a war at all. It's just
It's
everybody's
just people
scared.
missing each other. Yeah, it's just people are missing each other. Like
Yeah.
it's just, and the date, and unfortunately, the dating apps aren't built. The dating apps still
Dating
require
apps
you
are
to do your
terrible.
own. Yeah, they require you to be very strategic and do some vetting. Like I said, I mean, I use them effectively. You know, me, that's what me and Bree met. But the way Brianna's profile was set up, that's how I would tell any woman to set up her profile if you're dating with a purpose. But it was strategic. You know what I'm saying? Like, and most people they don't want to, they don't know to go about it like that, or they don't want to necessarily go about it like that, whatever it is. But it's like you got to be strategic. But yeah, that's what it is. People just missing each other.
It's just so unfortunate that you don't text a dude back and he gonna shoot at you. I'm still stuck on that. I just am. That's the first time actually watching the video because I didn't actually watch it before.
Yeah, that
But
was nuts.
yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Mm.
Yeah, that's just being a father of so many daughters.
Mhm.
It's I lose my freedom over them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not even exaggerating.
Mhm.
I mean, like, I see stuff like this, and I can't imagine my any one of my daughters having to experience anything like this. And which is why, I keep them in a bubble, but I know at this stage in their life, I gotta let them experience life to a degree.
Hmm.
Mhm.
That's appropriate for their age. So they have to, if they interested in a little nigga, then they're old enough to go on dates.
You gotta call him the little boy that.
Yeah, I call a nigga little nigga to a fight too, little nigga. But I know that because when I was a teenager, I was a parent charmer,
Mhm.
Yeah,
but
it was.
but I still wasn't a degenerate.
Yeah,
I still,
you were still
Right.
but you still had good intentions.
yeah.
So it was cool.
So I know that there's some out there that could possibly slip through the cracks and be like, he's a decent guy, and then he turned out to be something like that because I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm gonna be able to catch everything. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I don't know, man. I'm just guessing that the best course of action, being a father of daughters, is to build um to make my daughters feel safe with coming to
Mhm.
me about guys. Which is why I try not to overreact when they express interest in a little dude. I try not to exaggerate my responses. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't
Mhm.
want them to feel like they be like, nah, I ain't gonna tell this nigga nothing because he's been acting.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, My only solution to handling stuff like that is to wipe them niggas out.
That's it. Because that dude he too old and too far gone.
Yeah, because he got to be almost 50. Easy.
Still wearing that damn hat backwards. Old decrepit bastard. Look how he walk.
Lord.
Nigga barely got good hips. He's shooting at a woman because she didn't return no text.
Hey, I guess whatever he said in that text, it was real important. Like, she real important. That's all I got. Because I just can't. Who child? That's a lot.
That nigga probably just asked her, "Did you want?" Nigga probably said, "I got a steel reserve over here. You want to split it with me?"
Wow.
They said steel reserve.
That used to be my drink, boy.
Oh, I've never drank no goddamn steel reserve. Chef, you
Really?
never drink no
Steel
steel
reserve slap a little bit now.
Ain't that a malt liquor? Ain't that a malt liquor?
Yeah.
I've never drank a malt liquor. No. That's bad. That's as bad as Schlitz Bull from back in the day. Come on, Chef. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, Chef. I was gonna say, goddamn, Chef, you 90s kind of ratchet in, girl. Schlitz.
I mean, you gotta think.
Get a bull.
In the 90s, I was a teenager.
Oh,
so
okay.
Of course,
Yeah,
the older dudes was the ones buying us liquor.
The Schlitz Bull,
and they was
the
buying,
Schlitz.
They ain't buying no Schlitz, but they was buying us Arbor Mist and Wild Irish Rose.
Yep.
So they was buying the old. I've even had some what's that drink that was on? Is it a Wild Duck? Yeah, I've had some of that.
Funny
before.
as hell.
I had a little Andre. The cheap stuff.
Yeah. The bottom shelf that you can get and go. Hell yeah.
Yeah. You said that's why I'm what now?
That's why you was out there fighting.
Yeah, pretty much. I ain't gonna lie. I'm with you when you're right.
Get geeked up all chef off that Wild Irish Rose tonight, y'all. Y'all better chill. She done had her drink.
Nah, we used to hit that Boone's Farm pretty hard.
Goodness gracious. Oh man. That's funny as hell.
Yeah. Well, it is 11:15. We got a late start, but we still had a good show.
It should show that nigga finally showed up. You know what I'm saying? I was running around about doing some business, but I was here. Man, one more time for the host chef, man. Man, look, man, I'm gonna get his racket up. I don't even want it no more. I don't want it no more. I got to give it up, man. When better than you shows up, you got to give it up to who's better.
I'm
you know what I'm saying?
better than you.
Yes.
No, I'll be an alternate. I remain.
No, hell no. Permanent. Yeah, we
don't have time for that. You gotta remember, sometimes I don't get the baby to bed, and then I have to be bouncing back and forth and stuff. One of y'all people with older children should be the
yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be.
I don't know where that.
Yeah, of course you don't.
I didn't either. I figured it out.
Yes, she did. Nigga, sorry, man.
Well, I'm gonna have a co-moderator. I'm gonna call Kira down here.
I mean, she come.
Yeah. We don't have a co-moderate, co-host it.
Come on.
But yeah, all right. Well, I'll see y'all next Wednesday. We'll